Okay, YouTube fans, this is Dave Stevens, Stevens Design Pickups, and some of you might have noticed I'm not on Facebook right now. So Facebook has gotten so wacky with their robot software that goes around policing everybody. They found a post of mine from 3 years ago, and they didn't like it, so they kicked me off. After like 7 years being there, on 7 years, it's just their robot said you have to go. So I went. So it's going to be under review, but it's a robot software reviewing it, so I may not be there. And maybe I don't need to be there, you know. You can waste an awful lot of damn time on Facebook. So I decided to focus on my YouTube channel. And in that regard, I thought, well, let's do a pickup show. Or, you know, something about pickups. Vintage pickups, different weird pickups I have, pickup theory, what makes them work, how do I make them. Of course, I'm not going to tell you everything I'm doing, you know, that stuff took me years, 20 years to figure out how to make a PAF replica that sounds like a PAF. So anyway, there's a lot more to this stuff than just doing pickup demos, and I thought I would give it a shot and see if you guys like it or not. And so hopefully you will. And there's a lot more to share than just demonstrating guitar pickups on a video. And so this is episode number 1, and what am I going to talk about? I'm going to talk about this thing. Nobody's making these right. Nobody even tried. But some friends of mine said, hey, he's onto something. Let's do something about it. Well, they had the money, and I don't have the money. So we got there. And anyway, keep watching. But I want to make this fun, make it educational, answer your questions, all that kind of fun stuff. Don't you just love guitars? That's why I'm here on this earth. So stay tuned, episode 1, and here we go. Somebody sent me these photos of rare stainless steel covers. I thought it was pretty interesting to see this many shots. You don't often see them on the internet, or hardly at all. If they're your photos, let me know and I'll take them off if you want. We noticed on the inside of the cover there's a dot in the center. I think that was where the electrodes were connected for plating. So over here we got this wall of parts, wall of gear, wall of measuring instruments. And something over here I wanted you to notice, and it's right here. You see that little orange box right there? That's what I want you to look at. This is a very, very important piece of gear. Something that's consumed me for a bunch of years, actually. Crazy making stuff. So there it is. Now, how come nobody is making these? Well, they are. And this is going to be a little teaser for you guys. So, this is one subject near and dear to my heart. And these are, let's see, these four, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, I can count. These 5 ABR1s are all vintage bridges. And once you play one, you just wonder why, how come nobody copied these things right? And they didn't. I mean, the saddles are just way different than anything Gibson or anybody else has used. And fortunately, I hooked up with some people that made a real replica happen, and I put my heart and soul into making sure it was done right, and we got there. We got there. And you're going to see that pretty soon, but you can't buy them yet. So these are all Gibson, and they just miss the point. They don't sound right. They don't have that sweetness and the tight bass that the originals do. Now, this one is a funny story. This is a Stumac one. Let's see if I can focus on this. Okay, this is the Stumac bridge, but if you turn it over and look on the bottom, you can see that it says Gibson ABR1, and that was sanded down so you couldn't read it. Well, there it is. The world of guitar hardware merchandising. You know, what you see isn't what you don't get. Here you go. This is a vintage ABR1. It's got low angle saddles, wide tops, saw marks on the back of the saddles. The saddles weigh more than any saddles being made on any supposed replicas being made now. I'm not going to say anything about what you're seeing, but it's coming. It's coming real soon. If you own a vintage ABR1 and you have saddles that are missing or they were notched really badly, you'll be able to replace them pretty soon. The saddle in the left in the photo is a replacement saddle. You can't hardly tell the difference, and it sounds exactly the same. So it's coming. This is a 1957 vintage PAF cover, and trying to recreate these things is like driven me crazy for the last 20 years. It's just really hard to get this look. I mean, look at this patina. It's multicolor. There's gray and greens, silvers, and just tiny, tiny, grainy details where the plating has been etched off and the nickel silver has been grayed out. But I keep trying and trying and trying, and it involved learning how to nickel plate for the first thing, because you can't just buy somebody's covers and make them look like this. So it's been a long effort, but I enjoy it, and I'm actually about to get a shipment from China of a different nickel bath components and brightener chemicals, and hopefully it will help me get closer to this. But this is artwork. It's artwork. It's metal art, and it's something I really enjoy. So this is the end of the show, and one of the most difficult things I have to deal with is making relic PAF covers, and it's been pretty much a 20-year nightmare. You saw the 57 cover and how beautiful the patina is on that, and how colored it is. Well, they used a different type of nickel plating, and some people still use that plating commercially, but as a hobbyist, you can't get a hold of that stuff. So I've got some nickel brightener and other chemicals and stuff coming from China, because over here the people that make nickel plating chemicals, they won't talk to you about brighteners. It's a secret society almost. And I tried to make my own nickel bath, and I came very close, but it just didn't get there. So that was a lot of wasted hours. But anyway, I just never stop trying to get as most authentic looking relic as I can, So one of the big problems with it is, I might get a couple covers that look really great, but doing the same exact procedure, they'll come out completely different, and that's a bad day for me. Anyway, here's some of the rejects I thought you might like to see. Some of them aren't that bad. Some of them are just totally rejects. And this one actually wasn't that bad. This is probably the best looking one of them all, but a lot of people are afraid to have a cover that looks like it was really old and used a lot, and they prefer a more light relic kind of look. So this one, is okay. Didn't quite get there in my opinion. This one was pretty radical, and people just they're afraid of this, even though you put it on your guitar under some strings and in a ring, it really gets people's attention. They're like, dude, where'd you get that? And you just tell them, well, I was digging in the dumpster one day and I found 6 of these, and I got the pickups with them too. I don't know if they're worth anything. This one just out and out sucks. So that's the end of this first show, and hope you enjoyed it. I'll be doing another one. I'll be talking about how to measure pickups, and it's not like what you think at all, and a couple other topics. So if you have any questions, post them below. I'll try to answer the serious ones. And have a great week, have a great weekend, and rock out. See you next episode.